There is a number of extremely useful applications you can install directly to your PlayStation 3 console as soon as you've jailbroken it. Some of these applications are very important in preventing black screen issues or even failure of your PlayStation's inner components.
Now that's a lot of damage!
If you're new to the jailbreaking scene, then I recommend installing all of the applications listed in this video. I will also briefly explain the purpose of each app. Before we start, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button for more jailbreaking content on this channel. No more waffle, let's get right into the list. The first application I recommend installing is one you might not know about, and that is an app called PKGi. This application essentially allows you to transfer PKG files directly to your consoles without the need to leave an FTP server application open. In other words, it's running in the background 24/7. You basically go to Multiman's PS3 root folder, and you should find yourself a PKG file. Then over on FileZilla or another FTP transfer app on your PC, when you connect to your console, you'll be able to add every single PKG file to this one folder, making it much easier to install those kind of files. Whenever I need to transfer large PKG files to my PS3, this is always the best solution. App number 2 I recommend installing is the Apollo Save tool. This brilliant app allows you to access the always updating online database of modified game saves for your PS3 games. For example, when clicking on one of these options, you can see I'm able to install mods such as Infinite Health or 100% Completion. As I said before, this list is always updating, and that's why I recommend the app so much. You can also access modified game saves that you have downloaded yourself and easily add them to whatever game it is you intend on modifying. This can be via a USB stick or even your PS3's HDD. There is also a section called User Tools where you can easily make your PlayStation 3 the primary console linked to that PSN account. Or you can even import your own PS2 saves directly from one of those old memory cards. The app is pretty much your go-to for single-player mods and more, and I couldn't recommend it highly enough. App number 3 I recommend is a little app called PSN Patch. This essentially allows you to go online without alerting Sony's servers that you are indeed using a jailbroken device. It's a far more reliable way to stay anonymous when attempting to use mods in online games, kind of like a VPN. You will also avoid any kind of issues when attempting to sign in, which is extremely common in the jailbreaking community. Not much more can be said about the app. It's an absolute must in my book. The next app I have for you is the PlayStation 2 Manager. This app basically is like the all-in-one folder for all of your PS2 games and even your memory cards. Here you can access any of the files of your PS2 games and even install mods to your game saves. It's a great app to have on your XMB, even though I don't personally use it that much, as you can also access any of your games via the Webman mod application. The next app I have for you is actually comes standard, which most Hen jailbreaks you will come across in 2025, and that is the Hen App Store. To be fair to the owner of this, they update it frequently. You can quite literally find any app, emulator, or plugin you could possibly need here. This also completely eliminates the need to use a PC or laptop and USB to install any app you might need. Next app we're showcasing is for the custom firmware crew called Funny Mamba Autoloader. It basically gives people who use normal custom firmwares all of the functions and features of a fully fledged Cobra custom firmware, which if you didn't know is the most complex and best jailbreak there is currently out there. The app is more for experienced people, however, it had to mention on this list. The next app I have for you is another one that mainly serves people with custom firmwares, and that is Irisman. This app basically lets you access all of your backed up ISO games that are hidden somewhere on your PS3's HDD. It is considered to be the most reliable ISO loading app that is currently out there. It does work for people using a Hen jailbreak. However, not all the features can be accessed unless you're running a 4.91 custom firmware. The next app up is called Movie 7. This is the hub for all of your movies, particularly your Blu-rays. Let's say, for example, you owned a Blu-ray disc that was scratched up and won't play the movie. You'll be able to use this app to install your disc and then watch it without any skipping, freezing, or buffering. You can also access all of your video-related files here, and even your PS3's main HDD, which can double up as a mod menu or modified save installer, as you can also access any USB from this menu. The next app I have for you is called Blackbox FTP. This will basically turn on your PS3's FTP access feature, which allows you to put the IP address you see on your screen directly onto FileZilla. In other words, you can access your entire PlayStation's files from your PC using this little application. It's pretty similar to PKGi, however you can install much more than just PKG files using this app, which makes it a must-have on your XMB. You can't make a must-have apps video without including the two big ones, aka Multiman and Webman. The features these two legendary apps provide is limitless. For example, you can use Multiman to access all of the files on your PS3. You can even copy your PS3 discs directly to your hard drive using this app. And Webman is the main hub for all of your games. Whether it's PS3, PS2, or PS1, you'll be able to find all of your games here in a nice and neat folder. If you're jailbreaking a PS3 console, then these two apps are must-haves. A link is provided below for these apps as well as all of the others featured in this video. The next app I have for you is probably one of the most highly rated and easier to use, and it's called Artemis. This is a similar application to Apollo Save Tool, however it has an even more ever-updating database of cheats you can install directly to your games, and you can even launch your games directly from here. Seriously, this database is like twice the size of Apollo's. It's got basically every game you could imagine, and it also has every version of every game on the list. Artemis will also work effectively for installing cheats on your ISO or PKG games you might have installed on your PS3 console. It's one of the best all-in-one cheating apps that currently exists on the Homebrew App Store, and that's because of the sheer number of mod menus and modified saves you can find on its online database. And to top everything off, you can even create and add your own game cheats to Artemis, and the app will automatically assign it to the correct games folder as soon as you load up the app. The last application on our list today is strictly for the custom firmware homies, and that is the Rebug toolbox feature. This app is very high level and would require an entire video explaining how to use it. However, in essence, what it does is unlocks the full potential of a custom firmware. For example, if you have a 4.91 Cobra jailbreak, this application can allow you to access all of the available debug settings and allows you to make changes without any errors or issues. Do not attempt to load this app using a Hen jailbreak, as it can quite literally brick your console or worse, set the thing on fire from the inside. Unless you know exactly what you're doing, I would avoid this entirely. However, we can't deny how useful it can be if you have a custom firmware. So that was the complete list of all the PS3 homebrew applications you must install, especially if you're a newbie in the PS3 jailbreaking scene. If you end up installing all these apps, you'll be covered from all angles no matter what it is you went to achieve with your console. As I said earlier, I will provide a link for each individual application, however you will also be able to find them on the Brewology website, which is also where you'll find all the latest releases on brand new homebrew apps. And I will also leave links for apps such as FileZilla, or links to my other videos regarding how to jailbreak your console or things you have to avoid while using your device. Even though PS3s have been out for many, many years, the jailbreaking scene has never been bigger in 2025 and is literally the perfect time to get involved with it all. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Be sure to hit all those buttons on your way out, and maybe even hit that cheeky bell button if you fancy keeping up with all the latest videos I produce regarding the PS3 and jailbreaking. An updated 2025 custom firmware video will be coming very soon on my channel, where I will show you step by step how to install the Cobra custom firmware. My tutorials tend to be extremely easy to follow, so you will have no issues. Please leave a comment below if you need any help with any of the applications featured in this video today. Thanks again, guys. Have a great day, take care, and peace.